I show up on weight, and I don't test positive for cocaine neither.
What's up, YouTube? How y'all doing, man? I know I haven't been on here in a long time, but I'm back, my boy. And I'm back with my boy. I think I'm gonna call this Travis Kelce or Caleb Plant. I don't know. You look like both, so. But I'm starting this cut off with the 4-guard lever all the way closed, and that means lever all the way forward, my boy. Make sure you go against the grain in all directions and take account any swirls or cowlicks you may have. Then we're going in with our trimmers upside down to not create too harsh of a line to take out later. And I'm also doing this all the way around the head to keep everything nice and organized. Then I go in with the electric shaver to make everything nice and bald for a better transition. And it also helps the cut last a little longer. So skip this step if you want your clients to come back quicker. Type shit. Hit ass, boy. Then I go in with my detachable clippers with the 1.5 blade and create what I call the fade zone. Now this is the zone where I'm fading the bald area into the 1.5, which will later be faded into the top. I'm gonna do this all the way around the head again to keep everything nice, neat, and organized. Alright, now let me give you a rundown on how I'm gonna do this fade real quick. Now, where I'm circling the red at is what I call the fade zone. Now, this is simply where I'm gonna fade the bald line into the 1.5, which is where the majority of the fade is gonna get its aura from. Yeah, I said aura, nigga. And then where I'm circling the white is what I call the transition zone. Now, this area is basically everything that blends the fade zone into the top, which, you know, ties everything together. And now I'm gonna use this green right here to show you that I'm only gonna use 2 guidelines to fade in the ball to the 1.5. It's so simple, and you'll see in a minute how I do it. Now to start off, we're gonna go with the lever all the way open with no guard. Now I know what you're thinking. Roblins, what's lever open? This is lever open, my boy. And this is lever closed, lever halfway, lever 3/4, and 1/4. But like I always say, make sure you make a clean, even guideline so everything continues to stay nice and organized. Now I'm moving the lever to halfway closed and going up 3/4 of the guideline to continue fading it out. Now I'm dropping the lever all the way closed and going even lower in the guideline to fade that bottom line all the way out. Now I'm fading out that last guideline of the fade zone, starting with the 1/16 guard all the way open. Now I'm dropping to the lever halfway and dropping lower in the guideline to continue to lighten up the line before I come in with the clipper all the way closed to take it out completely. And then if the 1/16 all the way closed doesn't take the line out, I'll take it off and go in with no guard open to finish taking it out as you see shown. Now I'm starting with the transition zone and I'm going in with my 2.
I got cold at my 2.
With the lever open, and I'm making sure to flick out into that number 4 on top. Then to soften the lineup, I'm going in with my 1.5 lever open, dropping the lever as I go. And then to finish taking out this line, I'm going in with my one guard with the lever open, and I'm dropping the lever as I see fit. Now I see that there's a little bit of darkness at the top of the fade, so I'm going in with my 1.5 guard, opening and closing to get that out. And as you can see, even when you follow the system perfectly, there's still going to be spots you miss due to your error or the shape of the head. So detail work is always mandatory. Now the back is the same exact steps, but the thing that makes it harder to blend is the occipital bone, and that's because it creates so many bumps in the head, which makes it not as smooth as the sides. So with that being said, it's going to take a lot more detail work and going over guidelines more and stretching the skin, but like I said, it's the same system, so follow along and be patient while you trust the process. Alright, so now I'm using thinning shears over comb to create a smoother transition into the top. Now this is something I like to do with straighter hair texture because it does a great job at smoothing over any parts that I may have missed. And I also sprayed a little bit of water before I started this, but that's just my preference. I feel like it gives it a better cut, but you can try it dry and see what works better for you. Alright, so now that the fade is complete, we can move on to blending in the beard, and it's literally a reverse version of the fade that we just did. So I'm doing all the same exact steps, just backwards. I'll let you guys follow along for a good visual. So before I line them up, I'm going in with the 2 guard open against the grain to shorten the hairline area. Now with straight hair, going with the grain won't really cut anything, and if it does, it'll be very uneven. So against the grain is the way to go. Now I'm putting on the hot lather and hot towel, which will soften up the hair for the razor work we're about to do on the beard and clean the skin up for the lineup. Now right off the towel, I usually go straight into lining up the top of the mustache, but in this case we're only doing the bottom, so I'm starting with the beard. But as far as the beard goes, I feel like it's pretty self-explanatory, but a tip I do have is a lot of the shape comes from the way you stretch the skin. So don't overly stretch it or it might become too much of a U shape. So take your time, keep the blade flat, and use your best judgment on what you feel like looks right. Now I'm going in with some holding spray and cold air with my blow dryer to lock the hairs into place before I line them up. Then I'm getting my razor to line up the vertical bars, and this does a good job at framing up the lineup for me. Then I use the nose as a center guideline, working my way to one side, then back to the other, making sure to keep everything nice and natural. Then I'm adding a little bit of enhancement to bring out this lineup more. As you saw, the lineup was cool without it regardless, so it doesn't even matter. But a little goes a long way, and with blonde hair, a brown-black mix will work just fine. What's up, dude? How you doing? There's this black girl I like, man, but you know, can't seem to pull her, man. What do you think I should do? I got you, my boy.